So you've been working from home for a couple of months, maybe even a year now, and all of a sudden your back hurts, your neck stiffens, and your shoulders tighten. Then you realize you actually don't have the right equipment to work from home. And now you start missing that nice ergonomic chair that has the mesh grill and mesh seats in your office. So now you're thinking, now I actually need one. Or at least maybe you want to figure out how much it costs to actually have one. I may have the right solution for you. Let's talk about it. Today we have the Sihoo V1 ergonomic chair. Alrdich from Tang TWU was kind enough to send me one to review so that I can share my thoughts with you. By the way, Tang TWU is now the official distributor of Sihoo in the Philippines, so if you're planning to get a Sihoo chair, you better get it from them. The Sihoo V1 is a mid-range ergonomic chair from Sihoo, which costs around 15,500 pesos. It comes with more adjustment features compared to their entry-level models, which allows for greater flexibility. At 15,500 pesos, you get a well-built ergonomic chair with a footrest. But is it worth your money? Let's find out. This chair comes in a pretty big box. Well, that's compared to the Sihoo M57 I reviewed a couple of weeks back. But that means all the parts are well separated and protected to prevent any damage. This one comes with less pieces compared to some of the other ones I have tested in the past, which means assembly should not be too hard. There is a good amount of bubble wrap and plastic wrap to prevent parts from scratching during shipment. The box is separated by two compartments. The top is to hold the smaller parts while the bottom is for the larger pieces. The pieces of this chair is significantly heavier than the M57, especially the seat and the back piece of the chair. If you're not comfortable assembling the chair yourself, make sure you ask for help. The assembly process was a lot easier than the entry-level M57. While this chair is significantly heavier, there's a lot more thought put into this, making it easier to assemble. This one just has 3 screws for the bottom of the chair and knobs for the armrests, which also makes it easier to tighten should you need to in the future. It took me about 20 minutes to complete the assembly, and it was also easier compared to the other builds I did in the past. Again, this was because of fewer pieces. This is one of the areas where I think the differences start to show. Fewer pieces means bigger, stronger pieces. The foam on the padded areas are more dense and the material itself feels premium. There's more metal on this one compared to the Sihoo M57. That makes the chair heavier but sturdier. Because of this, there are less wobbling parts overall. There's a more curvy design to this chair which I like. The frames are thinner, which makes the chair itself more flexible. The adjustment knobs looks nice, but when you turn them, it doesn't feel fluid. The adjustment levers has a good shape, but the printing on it is not perfect. Maybe that's just my unit. The mesh, of course, is similar to what they have with the other models. It feels strong enough to support heavier folks like me. Overall, the chair feels sturdier, well built, and sleek looking. There are some minor design issues, but that's just my personal preference. I was expecting a lot of adjustment features since the price has doubled from the Sihoo M57, and it did not disappoint. The chair has 11 points of adjustments, which is a lot. Let's start with the headrest. This one has a 5.5 cm height adjustment and a 60-degree rotation. The armrest has a 4-point adjustment system. You can adjust the height by 9 cm, side by side by 2.5 cm, the direction by 40 degrees, and the depth by 6 cm. The adjustment mechanism does not have buttons, so it takes a little bit of getting used to. The seat pan is also adjustable by 5 cm. You can move it closer to your hip and thighs. The back tilt ranges from 110 degrees to 140. In practice, This feels a lot lower than what I could do with the Sihoo M57. It almost feels like lying down. The lumbar support has both tension and height adjustment, which you can change using the knobs at the back. The tension of the tilt can also be adjusted by reaching down the chair and twisting the knob. The optional leg rest is also adjustable from 23 to 42 centimeters. And lastly, the backrest is height adjustable by 6 cm, allowing comfortable use for heights ranging from 160 cm to 180 cm. And now, let's talk about the comfort. I was expecting a lot from this chair, and in my opinion, it delivered. The seat and height adjustment ensures that your back is fully supported and the sit pan fits well with your hips and legs. This chair can definitely provide good support for long periods of work sessions. My only gripe with this model is that the armrests are too high for me. Even at the lowest setting, it's still high that I cannot push my chair all the way into my desk. But that's specific to me. Might not be an issue for you. With my Sihoo M57, I was always able to put my feet up my desk for comfort, but having a dedicated footrest relieves more tension in the calves, which makes all the difference. Because of the footrest and the longer back tilt, this chair really shines when you use it for relaxing. It's so relaxing that I even fell asleep when testing it out. Overall, I would highly recommend this mid-range option if you have the money to spend. You won't regret it. And that's the end of the video. If you want to know more about ergonomic chairs, you can click this video right here. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.